Banana Waffle Monkey, I was thinking now when I went to the bathroom. Do you remember what I said I wanted to play next in Path of Exile? Right? What build I was planning on playing? I forget. There was something I felt like I wanted to do, but I don't remember. Alright, we just fed the mice. Oh, wow. Oh. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I'm not sure, but I know you were resolute about never touching Flicker Strike again. Yeah, that I was. Flicker Strike was great and all, but never again. I mean, I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it to people that haven't played it. But yeah, never again. Like, my computer took such a beating from it as well, the Flicker Strike. Not only just my eyes, but... I think I was thinking about an archer. Like a bow. Maybe. Yeah, maybe a bow. I don't remember what I wanted to do with the bow. Like, that doesn't tell one very much, right? Oh, a bow character. Sure. Right, I thought it was this dude who got kidnapped yesterday, but it seems it wasn't. Banana Waffle Monkey says, do you remember the damage type? Chaos. Chaos damage. Yes, it was chaos damage. I wanted to do something with chaos damage. Huh. Colgatin on tab says, sounds like you want people to share your suffering. No, it wasn't suffering. Well, a little bit of suffering, but like, I spent a lot of time with the Flicker Strike character. I spent a lot of time with it. And in the end, it hurt my eyes, right? I got really tired from it. But most of it was great. Banana Waffle Monkey asks, was it poison related? Probably poison related. Why did I want chaos? Probably poison, like a poison shot? I think I wanted it fairly... Yeah, I think I wanted that shot where you shoot an arrow and it explodes in a little poison area around it. And maybe do some kind of chain thing. Having it fairly focused on single target stuff. Not too focused on AoE. I wanted it to be a boss killer, yeah. I think. Caustic Arrow, probably. Banana Waffle Monkey. Probably Caustic Arrow. Thank you. Not Toxic Rain, I don't think. Maybe? I don't think so. Blasphemous says, this game teaches you not to assume someone is a man or a woman. Yeah, they're very androgynous. Is that the characters in this game? I think that's the word for it. Androgynous. Where you don't know. Until someone uses a pronoun, I suppose. I wonder if that's intentional. Banana Waffle Monkey says, yeah, that's the word. Score. Right. Did you go to Harfest? Yeah. Ended up in a play. Because my friend Bay screwed it up. Cool, I ate pizza and watched Blood Gorgon. Oh, right, he wasn't even going to Harfest, so of course it couldn't be him. Blood Gorgon. Great name. Cool. Or Blood Gorgon? I kind of want to know what a Blood Gorgon is. Like, Gorgon, I have that memory from Heroes of Might and Magic. Were those Gorgons? Like the bull with the scales, right? They had like plated armor as its skin. Was that a Gorgon? It's the thing that petrifies. Yeah, right, it petrifies as well. But that's the only memory I have. Does it have to be like a bull or something? I mean, there are plenty of things that petrifies, right? Need to. Gorgon. Greek mythology. Gorgons occur in the earliest examples of Greek literature. Oh, so right. It's similar to Medusa then, right? Medusa is the one with the eyes. While the descriptions of Gorgons vary, the term most commonly refers to the three sisters. Right, described as having hair made out of living venomous snake. Oh, so Medusa is a Gorgon. Oh. Alright then. There we go. Banana Waffle Monkey says bull is a minotaur, I think. Isn't minotaur half bull? Half man. Right. Yeah. Top of a bull. Pretty sure minotaur is. This image is the one I remember as the Gorgon. And it had a petrifying thing as well. That's my memory of a Gorgon. There we go, the Medusa. Blood Gorgon. Italian movie from like 1980. Lots of blood, but it's like theatrical and stuff. Girls boarding school, bunch of ghosts kidnapping them, taking them to the blood Gorgon? Yep. Is something wrong? Nah, just I think I saw a ghost or something last night. I'm not sure. That sounds kind of awesome. It was like the opposite of awesome. Oh, sorry. It's cool. I'll see you later. Good luck with your ghost problem. Thanks. You see someone messed up in the mural? Wait. Did you see that someone messed up the mural in the tunnel? Yeah, haha, pretty funny. I mean, very weird and bad. Any idea who did it? No. Lots of suspects, though. Yeah, whole town full of suspects. Pretty sure we can't get up there. Yeah, right. No. I know. Alright, I think we did everything here. Pretty sure. Yeah, she just thanked us, right? And then we talked about band practice. Yep. Did we talk to Angus? I don't remember. I think we talked to Angus. Let's double check though. Yep. Did talk to Angus. Colgate Dinotab says, how many episodes of Monster you'll watch today? Whoa, that's a difficult question. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch any. It's Monday today, right? No, let's not talk to Greg yet. Not yet. Depends on mood and stuff. Maybe a couple, maybe not. There's a new episode of Critical Role tonight, and I'm gonna watch that. Probably the whole episode, maybe not. Depends how long it is. Sometimes they are super long. I don't like staying up too late, so then I'll be tired on stream. Hey dude. Hey you? Working here now? Yep, sucks. But it pays. Question. How do they fit a kitchen in there? Barely. What do you do here? grill man and janitor. I cook and mop. At the same time? Yes. Oh, right, of course. I was just assuming no, but of course yes. Right, if you're a grill man, you put it on, you mop a little bit, and then you go back and flip it. Hey, what's up, kid? You smell weird. Why is my aunt's car here? That's your aunt? Yeah? Oh, weird that, like, makes you half cup. Half cup, eh? You'll never half catch me, half cuppa. I don't know what they're doing up there. I know, someone's dead. Huh. You go to Harvest? Nah, over it. Cool. Had kind of a weird time. Weird bad time, actually. It's a guaranteed weird bad time. Yeah. Are those people from yesterday still here? Dunno. We're not like good friends or anything. Oh yeah, I don't know why I'd thought you'd know. I was wondering if they ever met Casey. Out there somewhere. I can ask. I used to ask. I just hate thinking about him. Out there, all by himself. Again with the genders. Like, this is the second time I'm reminded. I thought Casey was a woman. Not a dude. But there we go. All by himself. Ah, Casey's tough. He'll be fine. When you gotta get out, you gotta get out. Yeah, I guess. Well, see you at band practice. Real talk. Do you actually like watching us play? Yeah, I mean, you're not good, but yeah, not my style. What is your style? Black metal, thrash, crossover, hip-hop. That's something, I guess. I like Witch Dagger. They're kinda metal. They're making up all the band names in this game, right? I think so. Oh yeah, like that Doom shit, right? I like Doom shit. Durga. Blasphemous asks, is he a hipster? I don't know, he doesn't have a beard. Is it a he? Do you have to have a beard to be a hipster? I don't think so. I was a hipster as a teenager and I couldn't grow a beard at that age. Is black metal hipster? I don't know. Totally. What? You know, one time a guy followed me home, like a guy from the tracks. What? Okay, whatever. I gotta get going. Wait, what? What did you do? Lasma says, not all hipsters need a beard, but many do. I'm thinking hipster is... That's French, right? Hipster probably don't all look the same. That wouldn't make sense for a hipster, right? If they were into that thing before it was cool, then... Right? Then they can't really look like everybody else. Colgate on tap says, maybe you just didn't try hard enough. Maybe. Maybe I didn't try hard enough. It takes a lot of effort growing a beard. A lot of effort. Wait. No, right, it's the opposite thing that takes effort. Right. I forget. It was like some night back in the summer, and out of the corner of my eye, I could kind of see this dude take this turn out of the parking lot. Blasphemous say, I don't want my face to itch. It does that for a little while, but then it grows past it, like this doesn't itch. Not at all. It does that when it's like from this length, kinda? I don't know. To this length. Something like that. I don't know. It itches like a little bit there. I felt my face itching more when I used to do the shaving thing. Because it grew out, started itching, and then I had to start shave. Then it grew out and started itching, and I had to shave. That was my routine. Started shaving when it started itching. Nowadays it doesn't itch. But I like doing this. This feels good. It feels good. And start creeping up the hill, like 50 feet back. But like I didn't want to look right at him. You know that feeling. Ah. Or ah. Let's not be extreme. Blasphemous says I shave every other day. That sounds exhausting, right? That's trying hard enough. It's more of an effort than not shaving at all, right? Took a detour through the woods and sat in a tree. It was getting dark, but like I could see him standing just off the road, waiting for me to come down. Oh my god, or holy shit. Holy shit. What did you do? After it got dark, I climbed down and got up the hill real quick. Ah! Yeah, it was a weird bad time. Ah! I'm so upset right now. I know, right? See ya. That's fucking fucked, isn't it? Oh, he just disappeared behind the stairs? We can't go there. What were you doing out here last night? I saw someone kidnap someone, like a kid. Or, yeah. I saw someone kidnap someone, like a kid. Tell me what you saw again. Someone in a big old coat with someone over their back. And you chased them down here. Yeah, and I got to the fence and they were up the woods. Alright, thank you, May. I know you were just gonna brush this off. May, there's been no missing person reports. I mean, like we learned from TV, if someone's been missing less than a day, then you shouldn't report them because the cops don't care. Maybe it's different in small towns, I suppose. Well, I mean, and one shouldn't assume just because someone is not reported missing does not mean they're not missing. Right? Not everybody has someone to report them missing. It would probably be more than 24 hours for someone to report me missing. Yeah, a couple of days at least. Maybe 1 night, 2 nights, something like that. Blasphemous says, and if that person could be in danger. Yeah, right, could be in danger. Like, I could be in danger and nobody would report me missing until maybe it's too late. Then on the other hand, May is... Have you heard about the story about the boy who cried wolf? I guess I could understand why someone would not listen to May. Could understand why someone, especially a cop, your aunt cop, would not listen to you. Like that's what happened yesterday, right? She didn't listen to us. Lasma says, no one cared where that dead guy in my apartment complex was until it started to smell. Right? Right? How long does that take? For it to start smell? A week? Something like that? Depends on the apartment, I guess. Lasma says, at least a week. Right? I can see that happening in my future when I die. Yeah, well... If I die from something sudden and unexpected, I could see that happen, like somebody noticing the smell. That's fine. I mean, not everybody needs to talk to people every day. May, there's been no missing person reports. That tends to happen. Yeah, good point. That tends to happen when a kid goes missing from something like a Harfest. Actually, that's a very good point, Uncle Malcop. If there was a kid that got kidnapped from Harfest, middle of the night, parents would report it, right? Someone would report it. Like, there's always someone responsible for the children. Unless we have unresponsible, right? We can have drunkard parents that didn't notice, right? But that tends to happen, but doesn't necessarily happen. Hell, I got 6 calls about kids out too late. There would be a report. I'm reporting this right here. This is a report. May, there's no break in the fence. So unless someone could jump this thing while carrying a teenager who hasn't been reported as missing. Any theories, May? I think you meant hypotheses. No? It could have gone around the fence. Right? It could have gone around the fence. I don't know, May. This fence goes out along the parking lots, almost to the tracks, for you to be right behind them, and then to be miraculously on the other side of the fence. I was running around half the night, getting after teenage bullshit, and people scared of clotheslines and noises. You're trying to... Wait, are you trying to kick off a horror movie? No one believes the girl who just saw a ghost. Wait, ghost? Conditional Proofs says hypotheses have different meanings in math and sciences. Yeah. Alright. But it's still closer to a hypothesis than it is to theory, Conditional Proofs, even in math. Right? I'm pretty sure that's what we looked up. It's still closer to a hypothesis. I mean, actually a hypothesis is not the best way to put it either. The best way to put it would be theses, but I don't like that because it sounds like feces when I say it, and maybe that's fun, I suppose. But I don't know. Yeah, theses would be the best word for it, I think. Even though it sounds like feces. Blasphemous says Cider probably doesn't like theory because it sounds like conspiracy theory. No, that's not it. Not at all, actually. I don't like it because that statement, it's just a theory. I've heard people say that, right? It's just a theory about actual theories like theory of gravity, theory of evolution, and that's... It's not just a theory. Like those things, when you have a scientific theory, that's not just a theory. It takes a lot of work to build a theory. Right? It's not just something that's on the top of your head, right? That's not what happened. It wasn't just someone, oh, you know what? Evolution, and... Takes a lot of work. It's not just a theory. That's why I don't like it. Let's see, Colbert in on tab says that this would be a theory in the sciences, right? In mathematics, the Riemann hypothesis is a conjecture. It's a conjecture, not a hypothesis, right? It says here, it doesn't say it is a hypothesis that, it says it's a conjecture. It's a conclusion or a proposition which is suspected to be true due to preliminary supporting evidence. Yeah. So yes, a theory would be similar to a conjecture. With actually not... I don't even know if suspected is enough. I think with strong evidence, right? Not preliminary supporting evidence. That's too weak. The evidence needs to be stronger than just preliminary supporting and suspecting. Like, that language is too weak for a theory in science, right? So, not really, but it's getting close towards it, I suppose. Banana Waffle Monkey says, theses can be pronounced without sounding like feces. Yeah, it can be. I'm just, when I do it, it's... That's why I said, not that it sounds like it says, when I say it, it sounds like feces. Theses. Theses? Wait. What's that O with the circle? Is that a schwa? No. No, that's the theses. Theta? Theta. Alright. That's the sound. TH sound. Sound. Theses. And feces is pretty much the same, just an F instead of a... Right? Check conjecture and check conditional proofs. Right, where is that? Conditional proofs. Sometimes a conjecture is called a hypothesis, when it is used frequently and repeated as an assumption in proofs of other results. Sometimes a conjecture is called a hypothesis when it is used frequently. When the conjecture is popular enough, I suppose, and used enough, and the assumption is fairly accepted, then it's called a hypothesis. Yeah, that's very different. So in math, a hypothesis is stronger than a conjecture. In science, hypothesis is weaker. Right? Hypothesis would be similar to a guess. Qualified guess, I suppose? Banana Waffle Monkey says that the second syllable more an E, like is, like. An E, wait, as opposed to like. So, theses? Wait. Is. Thesis. Thesis? Thesis. Colgate Innotabs asks, what does conjecture in sciences mean? I don't think we do conjecture in science. Right? Conjecture in mathematics. Right. Textual criticism. No, that's not a thing. Do we have like a other uses? It doesn't seem like that. It seems like the other only uses textual criticism. That's not relevant for our discussion. Just like I think theorem is not something used. It's theorem is probably in math as well, right? Theorem. Mathematics and logic. Non-self-evident statement that has been proven to be true. Yeah, theory would be closer to theorem. But it hasn't been proven, right? Science doesn't really prove. That's not really how it works. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I always thought it was the order of operations. Hypothesis versus theory is that when you have an idea that you want to test, it's an hypothesis. Yeah, the hypothesis is what you think will happen, right? That's the idea. That's what you test. You have the idea. You have it's a guess. I think this will happen. That's the hypothesis. And once you gather data and analyze it, he continues, the theory is your best guess based on that data. Right, yeah. That's pretty much it. And theory gets strengthened, right? It's not, right? We don't call, when you write a scientific paper, you don't call it, like, you call it introduction and you talk about a hypothesis. You don't talk about the theory in the end of a study, right? You talk about your conclusions. Right? You talk about your conclusions and ideas for further study. And you start building a theory together with many different studies, right? And theory is the best guess, right? Best guess of explaining why. Like the hypothesis in science is, I think this will happen if I do this, right? I think this is how the world works. Theory is something else, right? It's finding a phenomenon and trying to explain why it works that way. Then you build a theory with many different studies, right? You see, well, this happens, this happens, this happens. Following our hypothesis or breaking our hypotheses. And then, so it's a little bit order of operations, but it's not like hypothesis and theory. It's not really that. It's not talking about the same thing. Blasphemous says, I don't like math because it sounds like a meth, Colgate. At least when Cider says it a minute ago. Oh man, meth. Sounds like math. Yeah, it does, right? Theory is a rational type of abstract thinking about a phenomenon. There we go. Or the results of such thinking, right? We look at the phenomenon and then we rationally think about them. Sure, you can think rationally to form your hypothesis, but that's not necessary, right? It's a proposed explanation, right? Well, actually, for a phenomenon. Oh, that's interesting. You don't need to have a phenomenon, right? You try to predict. That's what the hypothesis, right? It doesn't try to explain, it tries to predict. That's why you need a hypothesis in science. You put out a hypothesis and predict a result. If you don't get that result, then you say, well, we were wrong. So I suppose that is the proposed explanation then, I suppose. That's interesting. For a hypothesis to be a scientific hypothesis, the scientific method requires that one test it. So maybe your definition is better than mine, Banana Waffle Monkey, that it's just order of operations. That's weird. Scientists generally base scientific hypotheses on previous observations. Oh, wait. That cannot satisfactorily be explained with the available scientific theories. And there we go. So it is order of operations. Right? You have a theory, and then, like, generally, it doesn't have to, but generally. Alright, so it doesn't have to, but most of the time, it's order of operations then. Colgatinotab says, I think science theory is closer to math's hypothesis or conjecture. Yeah, it's conjecture, right? It's close. Well, since hypothesis is a conjecture, then it's closer to conjecture than math hypothesis, I suppose. There is not equivalent to mathematical theorems in sciences. No, I agree, right? They are not equivalent. Like, none of this is equivalent in math and science. Working hypothesis is a provisionally accepted hypothesis proposed for further research. But wait, that's more... No, wait, that's more of a conjecture, right? A working hypothesis, provisionally accepted hypothesis proposed for further research. That's a conjecture, right? Well, it's not equivalent, but it's very similar to. Conditional Proofs says, it is interesting how the same terms are used differently in different fields of study. Yeah, it's... If only language was prescriptive, right? Like... dissertation is a document submitted. Wait, what? Alright. And the words are used differently in Swedish and in English. Right. A thesis or a dissertation is a document submitted in support of candidature for academic degree. Or, wait, we got... Here we go. Is a formal academic work known as a dissertation. Oh. Then that doesn't work in English. Fuck. So thesis is actually not better at all. Yeah. Alright. Thesis comes in mathematics and logic. Conjecture, hypothesis, or a proposition. That's interesting. Well, actually, what is the difference then? Right, thesis here is just... Wait, no. We get... hypotheses and theory. Yeah, this is rational thinking. This requires rational thinking. Rational type of abstract thinking. Yeah. That's like, if you take science and put it together, it's like, it's empiricism, it's rationality, and it's pragmatism, right? Theory is the abstract thinking about the thing. Hypothesis is just a question, like a proposed explanation. In the scientific hypothesis requires that you test it, so it's formed like a question almost, right? Proposed explanation. This doesn't require any rational thinking. You can just guess. This is why this happens. Yeah, this is more of a guess, which you do order of operations. First you guess, then you try, and then you theorize. That kind of makes sense then, Banana Waffle Monkey, like he put it. Banana Waffle Monkey asks, that was a pain taking physics and chemistry in high school. Oh, the same terms used differently? Banana Waffle Monkey says work is defined different between the two subjects. I can imagine. Yeah, work. Conditional Tap links this. Dialectic. Hegelian dialectic redirects here. For the Prodigy album. No thanks. See also phenomenology or logical holism. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Logical holism? That's sidetrack. What's this? Hegelian dialectic, usually presented in a threefold manner, was stated by Heinrich Moritz Cayleybaus, I don't know, as comprising three dialectic stages of development: a thesis, giving rise to its reaction; an antithesis, which contradicts or negates the thesis; and the tension between the two being resolved by means of synthesis. Oh fuck, I've heard this before. In dialectic. Oh, right. I love that. Right. In more simplistic terms, yes, thank you. One can consider it thus: problem, reaction, solution. Citation needed, alright. Although this model is often named after Hegel, he never used that specific formulation. Hegel ascribed that terminology to Kant. He shows up everywhere. Carrying on Kant's work, Fichte greatly elaborated on this synthesis model and popularized it. On the other hand, let's see. Banana Wolf Monkey says, I love Prodigy. Oh, I haven't listened to Prodigy in a long while. I don't know if I like it. It never stuck. On the other hand, Hegel did use a three-valued logical model that is very similar to the antithesis model. But Hegel's most usual terms were abstract, negative, concrete. In the formula, thesis, antithesis, synthesis does not explain why the thesis requires an antithesis. Do that in science, though. However, the formula abstract, negative, concrete suggests a flaw or perhaps an incompleteness in any initial thesis. It is too abstract and lacks the negative of trial, error, and experience. Right? If you're talking about the world, like just not pure maths and pure logic, right? If you're talking about the world, you need observation, you need empiricism. In maths, you don't need that. In logic, you don't need that. You don't need empiricism. Three-step. German philosophy, the three-step thesis, antithesis, and synthesis. Using these three terms, Schelling took up this terminology. Hegel did not. Wait, it's just talking about if it should be ascribed to Hegel or not. I don't care about that. Like Hegel's criticism. Banana Waffle Monkey says, I don't need empiricism in math. You mean you haven't seen the number 5s roaming around recently? Exactly, Banana Waffle Monkey. We don't need observation. Well, I'm not a mathematician, but I'm pretty sure we don't need that. That's why math is deductive, right? Math is probably considered deductive. It has to, right? Deductive logic, it comes from that type of logic. While science tend to be inductive. Come from inductive logic. Colgate Donut says, I'll try to catch 5 next time I see it. Good luck with that. Alright, so maybe hypothesis is the thing to say, right? I think you mean hypotheses, right? Because you're not... You don't have the formal study of the thing, right? Like when people say it's just a theory, then what they're meaning with that, it's just a theory. They don't mean it's just a theory. They mean it's just a hypothesis, right? That's got to be the intent behind that statement, right? It's got to be. Because just a theory, it's fine, right? Fields arranged by purity. More purist this way. Sociologist is over here. Sociology is just applied psychology. Nice. Wait. Why would sociology be less pure than psychology? I mean, I suppose... And where is philosophy, right? Shouldn't philosophy be over here? Right, if we want to talk about this purity thing, then philosophy should be over here and math should be over here, right? Let's read the whole thing. Sociology is just applied psychology. I mean, no, but kinda. Psychology is just applied biology. I mean, I get why they would say that, but it's... These are these straw man? I mean, it's a different field. It's not just applied biology. We're talking about something completely different. All these fields we're talking about different things. Biology is just applied chemistry, which is just applied physics. It's nice to be on top. Oh, hey, I didn't see you guys all over. I didn't see you guys all the way over there. I would probably separate physics and quantum physics. I've heard chemists place themselves on this side of physicists, interestingly enough. Purity, though. But yeah, I guess math is kind of pure, like pure logic. Well, there we go, right? Math is derived from logic, right? We've read that before. So logic comes over here. And interestingly, logic is derived from philosophy that was way over here. So it's a circle. It's a circle of purity. It's a circle of purity. Banana Waffle Monkey says, it's poking fun at the people who think the way that I think. Wait, how do you think, Banana Waffle Monkey? I mean, psychology exists within the real world, right? Humans exist in the physical world, right? So you can draw a connection like this. But it's not helpful. This is not helpful, right? Looking down at someone else just because they study something different. It's not just applied psychology, right? It's not just applied biology. It's not just applied chemistry. That's not how it works. Wait. Mr. Comma there. Oh, wait. You think that way. I think. All right. There we go. It's poking fun at the people who think that way. I think. Now I understand. Yeah, that... This is a misunderstanding, right? Physicists saying anything about psychology is a mistake. Just like... Usually when right-wingers talk shit about left-wingers, right? You're further away. You don't know what you're talking about. Just like when left-wingers talk shit about right-wingers. you're too far away from it. You need to get closer to be able to talk shit about it. You need to be able to talk shit about it from the perspective of the thing, right? Physicists are the best one to talk shit about physics. Psychologists are the best one to talk shit about psychologists. And I'm just a random dude, like I'm a random dude on the internet. I am the top, right? I am the purist. I have the authority to talk shit about everybody. Yes, that's how it works, I think. Right? Colgatino Tab says, I was asking out monster episodes so I could rewatch at the same pace with you. Oh, so we could discuss it. Oh, that sounds like fun, Colgatino Tab. Oh, man. Oh, man. But that... It sounds like fun, but that would mean I would have to plan. Planning my time like that doesn't work for me. Fuck. I mean, I could guess. But that guess would probably be a terrible guess. Like, I know that I go to lunch, but the rest of the day, I'm not so sure. The only thing I know is that at 9 this evening, at 21, I'll be watching Critical Role. Like, and then from after lunch to that point in time, I can't say how much time I have. Or if I'm in the mood for. Fuck. Maybe we should try and plan. How many can you watch Colgate in a tap? What would work out for you? Let's put it that way. So I can have a goal rather than a... Yeah, I like a goal rather than a plan. That makes sense? Colgate in a tap also said, I'm so left that the middle seems right-wing to me. Exactly. My point exactly. It's like the physicist is so far removed from psychology, right? He hasn't studied psychology. He doesn't know anything. Doesn't have any ethos. He has no authority in psychology. Not really. And actually, right? We could make a hierarchy where I could put philosophy over all of these. Philosophy created maths. Philosophy created physics. Philosophy created biology and psychology and sociology. Rather than a... So that's it. It's just because I'm interested in philosophy, I'm an authority on all those matters. Colgatino says, I could rewatch the first 4 episodes, I think. Does that sound like a good plan for you? Because then I could say, well, I'll try to watch 2 episodes then. Colgatino says, but physicist talks only about chemists in that comic. Does he, though? He's talking about chemistry, but since the chemist talks about... Right? It's a chain. They're all connected, Colgatino Tap. But it's the same, right? The physicists don't know chemistry. You can't have a science or a field that just talks about everything. Because if you're talking about everything, that's going to be a lot of whataboutism. Right? The theory of gravity does not really help us talk about psychology. So we differentiate. We make borders. Right? We talk about this is the frame. This is what we talk about within this field. Because it makes sense talking about it within this field. Right? You have a lot of new age mumbo jumbo where they talk about consciousness because quantum physics, like in quantum physics you only talk in probabilities and therefore they draw conclusions about consciousness, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? It's too far removed, right? Like, stuff seeming random in quantum physics doesn't say anything about consciousness. It's not that field of study, and it's a mistake drawing those conclusions. Conditional says that Gödel's incompleteness theorem, that there can't be even all maths combined under a single system. Well, there can't be even all maths under one single system. Proves that there cannot be. Right, yeah. I could see that, right? That makes sense to me, indeed. Let alone different fields of study. Yeah, single system, that's madness, right? Well, madness is a strong word for it, but it allows people to... like, we set up guidelines within both maths and science. We put up guidelines and frameworks and rules that you need to follow these rules. If you don't follow these rules, we don't call it science. We call it pseudoscience, when you just make shit up and make it fit whatever you made up. That's what I don't like about what we talked about earlier, right? Like the Jordan Petersons and the Alan Wattses and the... fuck, I don't remember the other name. I didn't even know who it was. Or the Jim Sterlings, or the Academy of Ideas, right? That's the issue I have. They don't respect these boundaries, these fields of studies. Like, they have this idea about how the world works, and they can pull from anywhere to strengthen that idea and make it look fancy rhetorically. I think that's the issue I take with them. Those things. Too much whataboutism and just dragging stuff in that shouldn't be there, if that makes sense. Right, like talking about the psychology of maths. Does that make any sense, Colgating on Tap, as a mathematician? The psychology of maths. I mean, people are doing maths, and you can talk about cognitive abilities and stuff like that, but it's not relevant for doing actual maths, right? We're not talking about the psychology of maths. We're not talking about maths anymore. Then we're talking about psychology, right? And... yeah, I think that's it. Alright, the horror movie. All caught up. Colgatinotap says, like, how do automorphism groups feel? Yeah, right? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Colgatinotap? And actually, I think I'm guilty of that. I've been saying the path of least resistance. Talking about... like, we people function that way, but that's... path of least resistance is not an idea in psychology, but I think I've been using it that way. Right? Path of least resistance is the physical or metaphorical pathway. Alright. I've been using it as a metaphor, right, like a metaphor, I suppose. But there is nothing that's... I don't have any... not really any evidence for people psychologically following the path of least resistance. That's not a fact, but I've been presenting it as a fact, haven't I? Path of least resistance is the physical or metaphorical pathway that provides the least resistance to forward motion by a given object or entity, among a set of alternative paths. Right? There is nothing in psychology that talks about this, right? I've been making that exact same mistake that I don't like people doing. I haven't even been aware about that. It's just me not liking the word lazy, and instead of using the word lazy, I've been doing some fancy rhetoric, right? Giving me authority that lazy is a good thing, or that you're being efficient. That's just the sunshine of my ideas, right? It's not real. I need to be aware of that. It's difficult to spot these things. It's difficult to spot these things indeed. No one believes the girl who saw the ghost, says May. Well, I have bad news for you. The cop always dies. I'm sorry, we're talking about a ghost now? It must have gone through the fence. Really, May? No, yes, I don't know. I'm really tired. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Will you at least check the woods? May, me and Dan McDonnell were up there this morning because of what you said last night. Nice. From the fence up to the old mine, we found a couple of teenagers on a gross mattress. Oh no. We saw some worried-looking deer, and one deer hunter out too early. That can't be it. Well, the hunter wasn't out too early if you saw a deer. Then the hunter was out at a perfect time. That can't be it. That is it. The cop always dies. Alright. And she could have imagined it, right? We jumped straight from this scene into some dreamscape, right? That's what happened. We jumped straight from this into a dream. So I can see May just imagining the whole thing, dreaming the whole thing, since we'd have no idea where the night actually ended and where the dream started. I was kind of upset about the game doing that. Yeah, kind of upset about the game doing that. Wait. This was Angus, right? Oh, fuck, I went too far. Yeah, this is Angus. How do automorphism groups feel, right? Here we go. Snack Falcon. I'm guessing this is autosave, right? Because it is lunchtime. Save and quit to the title. Alright. Right, I actually want to talk about more of that moral dilemma as well, but if we're talking about monster tomorrow, right? So, are you happy with watching 4 episodes called Get In on Tap? So I'll watch 2 episodes today. I'll try to do that after lunch, watching 2 episodes. And see, maybe we can talk about them, maybe not. Who knows? If you're comfortable with that, then I can probably watch 2 episodes. That's fine. Works for me, says Call Get In on Tap. Alright, let's do that. If anyone else want to talk about anime, I mean, it started out very interestingly, right? About that it's not even the moral dilemma, the ethics about it. I'm super interested in, right? Who makes the decision? Ultimately, it is the decision is in the doctor's hands, right? Who to operate on, choosing between 2 people. But what I'm interested in, like ethically, should it be that way? We didn't really get into that discussion today. We got out on an interesting other tangent that we focused on. But yeah, I'm interested in that. But yeah, the first episode of the anime Monster. That's where I'm planning, hopefully. I'm not promising anything, but that's the goal. Let's put that as the goal. But now it is lunchtime, and thanks for hanging out today. Oh man, I'm already hyped about playing Ori again. It's so much fun. But on Wolf Monkey says peace to you as well. Cheers.